I am Shin the Hero, aka Walt, and I am welcoming you to the N.W.A. I am one of the hosts and one of the members and all that junk. I guess they call me the leader. We have rude but cool, N.W.A. Flores Bloom.
Hey.
It sounded so nice.
That was the most timid. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I was confused. My thing had cut out, and then I just came back where we have rude and cool N.W.A. I was like, oh shit.
We have party dude, old hunter rage, Isaac.
Hi everybody. I don't party. I don't know why you said that, but
I know, right? On him.
Does machines, JR, Animus.
He does machines.
I mean, I did a hovercraft way back.
I but
He
damn,
does.
You can't use that. Don't you dare. You can't use that.
And Casey Jones himself, Jimmy Max.
Bossa Nova.
That's not what.
That's me. That's me.
Fucking. What?
Casey Jones says, Google. No? Okay. We're talking about Super Crooks. We're not gonna get into because spoiler alert. Not everybody finished it. Not everybody did the homework.
Oh, everybody didn't finish it? Well, I don't care. I did my homework, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna speak on it.
We are going to
procrastinated.
We're gonna jump straight into spoilers and everything like that. So, like, if you just want our opinions and everything like that, go watch Super Crooks first. If you want to know me just straight up, I liked it. I said go watch it. If you like heist, this is the best way I could put it. It's Ocean's 11 with superpowers. That's what it is. If you like heist movies, go watch it. It's not Suicide Squad. It's not that. Please don't think that.
A little bit.
It's not.
I never even thought of that.
They predate Suicide Squad. But anyway, go watch it if you like those type of things. If not, and if you don't care about spoilers, you my type of person. Let's get into this. Everybody, did you like Super Crooks?
Whew.
Don't everybody jump at once. Don't go out at once.
Don't everybody go at once.
It was all right.
Isaac, go
ahead. I kept falling asleep during the first 3 episodes, and I don't know if it's the show's fault or I was just exhausted. It was around Thanksgiving time, and that was a busy week, so it could be I was exhausted. Either way, I kept falling asleep during the first 3 episodes. But once the 4th episode hit, I woke up and then finished the show without falling asleep again. I do like the heist thing. I think most of the characters are good. There's some characters in the show that I can't stand. God. There were some really funny moments. We're doing spoilers now, right? Okay.
Off the rails. 100% spoilers.
I want to say probably the part that really got me into it when I started to like fully accept the show was when they what was it? TK unearthed the necromancer and started making the zombies walk again, but then he put them on bicycles. And I was wheezing laughing during that part. I was like, okay, all right, sure, you got me now. I got it. I'm in it now. But yeah, it took a little bit of getting into, and like even now, I struggle to think of some other good parts. But I mean, for the most part, I liked it. You know, the 2 brothers that keep chopping themselves to pieces. They're great. They're definitely my favorites. But Yeah, it's like I think I was talking to Walt about this not too long ago. He said he has it at sort of a meh, and just barely is close to I'd watch it again. I would say I'm in that space as well. I don't know if I would watch it again. You'd have to convince me to, but it's like, it's all right, cool.
Did you watch it dub or sub?
I watched it subbed.
Okay. JR.
It was an okay show overall. Like I did struggle to get into it, like the first few episodes, because it was slow. It had such a slow start. And but the characters, I honestly like the characters. Like other than Johnny, I don't know what it is about. It's like his voice. I hate his voice, like the Japanese voice, because I don't know if it's like it's the way he talks that annoys me, because he always sounds like a smarmy asshole, and I'm like, I don't want to root for you if you keep talking like that. And that's just how I felt most of the time. But I kind of got over it like halfway through. So yeah, the rest of the characters I enjoyed, and especially the brothers. I just love those dudes.
All right. So I'm assuming you watched it in sub too.
Yeah, I watched it and stuff.
Okay. Jimmy.
I am present. Yes, sir.
Super Crooks.
What are we doing?
Did you like it?
Did I like it?
Was it good?
Was it good? No. Did I like it? No. Did it have its moments? It did. It had moments when I was captivated, and y'all keep sleeping. The first few episodes kind of what made me actually want to watch it, because it was called Super Crooks, and I was trying to figure out who the fuck was the fucking hero, because the heroes suck. First hero you see, the rubber ball dude, he destroyed like 3 or 4 blocks worth of goddamn fucking houses for no reason. And the next dude you say is Praetorian, and he, let's not even get into him. So I spent the first few episodes like, is everybody a crook? Because I really felt like there was no heroes, and it really wasn't that many. In fact, there was none.
Well, the show was more on the villain side. It was a show specifically for villains, not heroes. So of course you're not going to see the heroes.
There was no heroes. Like, well, we got old man Superman, old man Winter Superman, and fucking
Utopian.
Yeah. And fake ass fucking Black Widow Storm. Nah, we ain't had too many heroes.
Those characters are actually based on like another comic book series called Jupiter's Legacy.
Yes.
Oh.
I was gonna get into that on once Noah went, but yes, this show is a spin-off of Jupiter Legacy. Like the whole this is supposed to be like Netflix was trying to build like what Marvel did. They were trying to make their own cinematic universe, and this was going to be the next part of the Jupiter Legacy. But because Jupiter Legacy bombed like it did, that idea got thrown out the window. But this is in that world. It is in that world. If you saw Jupiter Legacy, you'll see familiar characters. But this is a prequel to the 4-issue series called Super Crooks. That is a side spin-off type thing from Jupiter Legacy.
So wait, there's more to this story?
Actually,
there's more to this?
Apparently.
Technically, like those first 12, 11 episodes-ish is like straight anime, is straight made up. It's not in the book. The last couple of episodes is like maybe like the first 2 chapters, if memory serves correctly.
The shit with Bastard guy.
Yeah. Like when they go to Japan and everything, that's part of the book. That's when the timelines in the comic like align. Everything else is like a prequel or origin story. Magic Man.
Yeah, I noticed it was a huge time jump. It was 2 time jump. When he went to prison and like between the first, I want to say the 3rd episode and like the 4th, it was like a real early time jump. And then he went to prison for being stupid as fuck.
All right, Noah, did you like it? Did you hate it?
I thought this show was mediocre. It had its moments, but I really thought this shit was this shit was like, I was like, ugh. I wish I never watched this shit.
So on our little scale, best of all time, no question.
No.
I'd watch again. Meh. Basic and then trash. Where is that landing on our scale?
Meh.
Man. Actually, no.
I'm trying to figure out how is basic worse than
Meh is like man, it's like average, man. Like basic is just it's like nothing happened in it. It's like a run in the mill type of show, like copying off or something like that. That's why I say basic would be.
It seemed like it ended. I thought it was just going to be like an off thing. If there's more to see to it, maybe I would check it out, and maybe I'd be like, okay, I'll give it a rewatch before they get another season. But that's all season. No.
This show showed me why Jupiter. What is it called? Jupiter's Legacy.
Yeah.
This show showed me why that show got canceled.
Even
The parts I was like, oh, listen. The parts I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is gonna be dope. They ruined it. Like the first episode could have been great to me.
Noah, I forgot. Did you watch this in dubbed or sub?
I watched it in dub.
You
I watched it in dub.
Jimmy,
I watch it both. Y'all know I watch everything with both. I watch it with the dub and with the subs. And yeah, they was very different. And I was basically following both plot lines because it was kind of, some shit was a lot different.
To answer, get a circle back, and we'll get back on Noah's point. To circle back to JR, the dub for Johnny, his voice, if you heard the dub voice for Baki, that's Baki's voice actor.
Damn, is that Baki? Damn, that is Baki. You know me, I don't be paying attention to that shit.
And there's some other characters also in there, but circling back, like, no, you said the first episode.
The first episode could have been great for me. It could have had a great ending. That ending bothered the fuck out of me. Only because when he was above the pool and then he fell in and electrocuted them, if it ended like that and then we saw him like soaking and stuff, it would have been great. But when they carried on, they got electrocuted. People ran away. And then it made the car crash, which made the truck crash, which made the pigs fall from the sky. I was like, it ruined the serious moment for it. It ruined the whole moment. And then after that, it made it seem like he wasn't upset that technically he caused all of that. He was just like pouting, I messed up. Even though people died. I messed up, and then it's like, oh look, but I can get free money, so now I'm gonna be a villain. I think they dropped the ball with that. I think it was terrible writing. It was stupid.
And I like how his friend just comes up and he said, "Well, that sucked."
Yeah, it was terrible writing. It was bad.
The first episode was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it almost made me quit it.
I think the first episode was not bad until that point. It could have been a great episode if the people ran out, made the tower collapse, and then made the stock market crash, and then the sun eclipsed it. And then, I was like, what? It was a bad moment.
I get what he's saying, because it was that moment where as soon as I saw him floating above the pool, I was like, oh god, he's gonna kill everybody in this pool, dude. I know how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody got that right, but we was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is about to happen. And then it happened.
That moment, I thought that moment was going to be like, okay, this is going to be horrible for him. He's probably going to get arrested. This is going to be why he's going to be in prison, all that kind of shit. And he falls in the pool, and then I felt bad, obviously, for the people getting, shocked to death. But then when the chain reaction started happening, I started laughing because I'm like, there's no way all this shit could have happened.
It took away from the moment that he really wanted to be a hero.
It did, absolutely.
They took away that moment. They ruined their own moment. They building up for it, and then they ruined it. It was terrible, right?
And then it got worse. It got worse because then he's sulking, which is weird. Like the fact that he's only sulking, having killed I don't know how many, like 20 people in the pool, and then the first thing he does is he's like, an ATM, and we got cash now. This is my life's calling. And he went from killing 20 people to now robbing ATMs with his electric powers and didn't blink an eye. And I was like,
that's like a jump backwards, if I'm honest.
This is weird.
He turned from murder to thief. That was like a jump backwards.
After that happened, though, he had said he needed to leave the city, leave the town and everything. So like,
I'm not mad about him wanting to leave the town. It's just it was bad. If they would have kept it as like everybody him just falling, if they would just kept it at him falling into the pool and getting shocked, cool. But it lost its effect of being like something serious to comedic. That's the whole problem I have with the show. They didn't know if they wanted to be a serious show or they wanted to do comedy here and there. It was all
I thought it was comedy. I thought it was all comedy.
Man,
I was laughing at everything.
I don't know. I thought
it was comedy. Bodies get chopped up, and I was like, look at the body parts. Sometimes they wasn't bleeding.
Yeah,
one time his leg looked like ham.
Listen. Sometimes I feel like this show didn't know what it wanted to be. This show was trash.
And what about goddamn Buddy that was trying to grab shot of butt? Oh wait, everybody ain't seen their part. But either way,
God,
I did not like this shit. This shit was awful. And another thing I hated, I feel like they was missing parts that made the show better. Like when old Buddy was fighting the gladiator on top of the plane. I don't know why they didn't add no music.
Because it was
giving you
that like
atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
No, but it was so. That scene needed music. I don't care nobody. They're just us hearing the little wind noise in the plane.
They wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yes, they could have.
The score was kind of like jazzy hip hop. How you gonna do that on the plane?
Man, they did it in space with Cowboy Bebop. They just got jazz anywhere. In space, they could have did it. It took away from the scene.
Cowboy Bebop.
I don't care. It took away from the scene. All we hear is plane noises. And
it was tension, though. That was
I like that scene.
It wasn't no tension. It was like I felt like I was like, yo, something's missing from this.
This was a hostage taking situation. They was serious. Like
this shit was trash.
And then they did throw some jokes in at the wrong time.
Yeah, because they don't know what the type of show they want to be, man. This show had terrible writing. All people out. Like I don't know why this shit was ass. Jeez.
Ghost didn't know if he wanted to be a serious character or a jokey character. He'd be serious and then he'll just pop his head out. I want to crack jokes.
Let me tell you, man. Like, and another thing I hated. Maybe it was just the dub. Maybe it was just bad dubbing. But when they was fighting what's his name? The Praetorian?
Yeah.
When he was like he was like kicked to death. And he was like, "Oh, you got squashed."
Nah, that was in the sub.
That wasn't in sub.
It was in the subs.
Okay, I really thought he killed them. So I thought they was over with.
Too. Okay,
that was just fine. I was like, all right, that was stupid.
Those people in live.
I felt like he had.
The show is trash.
I felt like he had the opportunity.
The show is trash.
My boy says trash.
There was nothing that you like. There was.
I can tell you one of my favorite moment because I didn't finish the show because I was like, ugh. I was struggling throughout the show. My favorite moment had to be probably the coolest character introductions ever. Was my man what's his name? Forecast. Just walking.
Oh yeah,
he was like walking sunshine. Oh yeah, all right. That shit was cool.
Yeah, that
as
shit
a
was
character
cool.
introduction. That shit was fire. All right, But that's
he had a good racket. I love the fact that when Johnny tried to like call him up again, he was selling umbrellas for $10, and it was buy two get one free, and he just calls up a rainstorm, and I'm like, damn, he's an evil genius.
But that's all I had to say about the show, man. It could have been a good show, but I don't think they needed a better writer or whatever.
So you didn't think any of the characters were cool? The power set?
Not really. Not really. I liked it. I can kind of say I liked it. What's the girl's name?
Oh, the
Casey.
Honey
Casey.
Bunny.
Casey. I liked it. I liked it that I liked it that she, you know, she was so-called a villain. She wasn't really a villain. I like that she just wanted to do a big job and then just live her life. I like that, you know, she had power. She didn't want to be a hero, but she didn't want to be a villain either. I did like that, but that's about it for me. Like I'm not watching season 2. This shit gonna get canceled just like Jupiter Lexi.
I don't think
got canceled.
Season 2. But Isaac, what things you like, things you didn't like? Are you in the agreement with Noah?
Jimmy changed locations. Anyway,
instant transmission outside.
Like he was in the store, now he's in a park.
I even saw the transition. It was like all this static, and then all of a sudden.
I think my favorite characters were obviously the two brothers. They were funny. I kind of as for powers, I would say even though the Praetorian was an absolute dickbag, I liked his powers. His powers were cool.
He was the Pokemon attack called Metronome.
Metronome,
basically, yeah.
It's weird because you could easily see how he could be overpowered, but they immediately throw a wrench in that by saying he doesn't know what powers he's going to get because he shuffles the deck of cards and whatever he gets on the, I guess he knows what card is what power or something like that.
Yeah, he didn't do it enough.
And it's just like the part where they're in that museum trying to get what's his face's helmet. And he gets the laser beams and starts killing a bunch of people, and he's like, "Wow, laser beams, that's awesome!"
Casually,
he Homelander.
He see he killing people. He's still looking at people like, "Did you see that?"
Like, I don't know how to control it, so, you know. But he just that. But again, they were like, I get where Noah's saying the fight on the airplane needed music because I think there's parts in this show that were aided greatly with music. Like, for instance, the part where it's during the final heist, you know, in Japan, and the two brothers have to run through the laser hallway, and they play the classical music while they're running down the highway. I was laughing my ass off during that part. And it's funny because that part can easily, like, in universe, that part can easily be like, the characters watching can easily just be like, yeah, this is what they do. This is normal for them. But as they're watching, they're like, you know, this is funny. But as it kept going, they were like, ugh.
Okay,
I'm getting
I'm not gonna watch anymore. Some of them were just turning around and be like, I can't keep watching this. This is a lot to handle. And they finally get to the end. That I thought that shit was funny. But the whole, like, how the heist comes together, the ending of a heist, anything like the ending of a heist movie where they show all the plot twists and the turns and everything like that, the reveals are always cool. I don't care what anybody says. When it's in a heist and it's done well, the reveals at the end of the heist are always cool. Because, like, when you find out,
you know, when you kind of see it coming.
I called this reveal. I called it. I kind of called it. And then I forgot that I called it. I called it, and then I was like, oh, damn, she's dead. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I thought about that too. I was like, damn, they just killed her. Wait, there's no way they killed her.
No.
Who died?
No. It shocked me for a bit, and I was like, no. Now
So for context,
she's manipulating him.
for context,
Oh,
yeah.
Noah, Casey, you know she got mind abilities. I don't know if it's.
I don't think
Yeah.
it cares. I don't think it cares.
I don't know if it's like telekinesis or whatnot. The bastard also has mind abilities. That's why he can blow people's heads up and stuff like that. Like, think the bastard as like evil Professor Xavier. And
Basically.
there's a part where she gets captured, quote unquote, but she put him in. She basically put them in a genjutsu. They fell into her Sharingan and she put both of them in a genjutsu. And the bastard thought he blew her head up, but he never left like this like sanctuary
meditation
thing.
cave.
He never left that and it hit him like that where
I'm
no
not
wonder
even
I can
supposed to be able to use my power.
no wonder I can use my powers. Like the shit was never here in the first place, and the person he killed was the creepy dude.
His butler,
Creepy guy.
creepy old butler man.
Mr. Goddamn pervy guy. Mr. Goddamn. I'm calling HR.
The other twist that happened was right when the heist was finna happen. Johnny gives the crew super suits. Everybody gets super suits, and everybody's like, "Oh man, these are lame and whatnot." And throughout the thing, you're just sitting there watching it, and then you're just like, "Oh, okay, well, they look kind of weird." If you recall back when the bastard, he's the mob boss, the king of the city and whatnot. The bastard had an underling named the Salamander, and back in his heyday, he was a villain. And in the office, you see when Salamander becomes the new boss, when the bastard retires and everything. In the background, you see this painting or a picture of the Salamander's crew. And what Johnny did was he gave everybody costumes of the Salamander crew. And when the bastard saw that, he was under the assumption that Salamander was the one who stole from him. He was the one. And
I was wondering why he did that.
yeah, and then you get the reveal at the end. The camera pans on the thing, and you're like, "Oh snap!"
Oh, I thought that was just a picture. I was like, how did they get the picture?
Because they did the same. They did this exact same pose.
They did,
They did the exact same. Yeah.
That was pretty clever. Now that I know, I didn't catch it at first though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm slow.
Jimmy, was there anything else you didn't liked, enjoyed?
I honestly didn't like Charlotte though, cause she was really kind of naggy, and she wasn't exactly clean. Exactly. If you see in the flashback, she was dirty. Then even when she knew they was out doing the same shit, she was like, "Hey, don't do it." Then she was like, "Damn, they doing it." And then she gonna help them. She helped them
the first time. The second time she did it, like when they were trying to get married, and he
went
to go, and when he went to go, do that dumb
she was
thing,
mad. She
Yeah.
was mad.
That's when you got the 5-year time
Rightfully
skill.
so.
Yeah, I would have been mad too, though. What the fuck? Not only are you fucking up, you got me standing up here in front of everybody to win. Like, what? They asking what's going on. Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all. Yeah, I feel on that one now. But first time she helped him. If she was serious, she should have helped the first time. She should have been down for the last time. She can't just pick and choose when she want to be goddamn
the first
villain.
time was understandable, man. Like they already was setting it up. She did talk, and he did, and she still was mad, but you know she didn't want him to go. He just got out of jail. She didn't want that man to go back to jail.
I feel it.
That's right.
I was saying the same thing. Like, your dumbass just got out. Leave them niggas alone. But
when they get chased by the Praetorian, and the Praetorian's like, "Now, I want to ask you this question. I know that you've been a villain for a long time, but how long have you been out of prison?" He's like, "I got out yesterday." Yesterday. You've been out
Not
for
even
a day, and you
24
already back
hours.
into it? He's like, "In that case, I'll let you go."
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
that did
But-
throw me off for a second. I was like, wait, he's just gonna let him go for real? Like,
Yeah.
man, he cool as what kind of fucking show is this?
Jr. Anything you dislike? Any more things you dislike or liked?
I like the brothers, and I like Forecast. Those are the only characters I liked.
Oh, what about fucking Jean Grey dude? Fucking telekinesis man. Make it float.
TK.
Oh, TK.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy they went to save.
Here's the thing, like I don't know how to feel about him because they show like Johnny and TK have a history, but they don't really show what that history was.
They don't.
They met in prison. That's
don't.
Yeah,
They've been in prison. Yeah, that's it.
They were
And I'm
prison cellmates. Ain't much to tell. They was locked in a fucking cell together. And they
Yeah, and
talked to each
I'm
other,
about
and
right.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
but it made
right.
me like assume that there's like a deeper history. Like, oh, they
That's
die for
that's
each
the
other,
history.
man. They're bros. They're bros like that. It doesn't do anything for me. Like he doesn't do anything for me. It's weird. But yeah, I like Forecast and the brothers. Like that hallway scene with them. That whole scene could have been like, it could have seemed like it was drawn out, but with the music, it was perfect. So
All right, man.
that's all I gotta say. I don't like everything else.
All right. All right. Well, then we'll go around the room one more time. We end this with the scores out of 10, out of 5. We'll do 5 because that's safer, not
Safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah, out of 5.
A 1. Can I give it a 0? No, I'll give it a 1. I'll give it.
Give it a -0.
Isaac.
I'm gonna break the calculator.
3. Yeah, 3.
Jimmy.
Giving it 2.5, man. Straight in the middle, dog. We can't give him no extra points. Nah.
And JR.
2.5.
Straight in the middle.
What you giving it, Walter?
I gave it a 4. I liked it. I mean,
What?
You're too nice to this.
You
You're
are
too
very
nice to
generous for this one.
I like
this.
it.
Yeah.
You usually not even generous with your points.
Mm.
You be like, yeah, it's God's here. It's a 6.
I give it a 4. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, it checked my everything off. Like, I liked Heist. One of my favorite movies is Ocean's 11. I like Heist. I like superheroes. I like the villains. Everybody, all the characters were cool. The powers were cool and everything. I like how they did Guardian. How they kind of blackmailed that man, and then he came out and like
it was really they really blackmailed.
He really got it.
And I'm still confused about what exactly his power is, but like.
To whoop a motherfucker ass. You got the power to whoop your ass. Like, shit. And did you see how Pretoria was look like? Oh, hey, look, I didn't know it was you.
Yeah, I messed with the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm confused on his powers too because wasn't there like when he fought Praetorian, wasn't there like a device that was
they already
pressing all of their
they already did that. They had already just at that point because it's after the hallway scene. At that point, it was after the hallway scene because you remember he let Praetorian whoop everybody ass to the point, and then he got involved.
No, but there was like the power suppressor thing. They didn't shut that off yet.
They did shut that off. That was after the fact and everything. That was already shut off, and it was in the middle of rebooting. But like, remember the bastard was in old girl's head, so he didn't even he figured the time was a different time, but like they still had plenty of time to use their powers and everything like that.
Okay, I remember. I kind of got confused at that point.
Because if you think about it, Praetorian wouldn't be able to use his powers either.
That's true. Okay, I get that. That's what the show does to me. It was like so. It melted my brain sometimes. It was so drawn out and boring.
Netflix animated Super Crooks is a dud. quarter to the N.W.A. and
Nah, it was passable.
Where are you at,
You
Jimmy?
What happened?
Where are you at now?
Oh, this is my new parking garage. Don't worry about
As
it.
we
Now.
always
I'm sorry,
say,
I got distracted.
as we always say, show your attitude. You wonderful, beautiful nerd. Deuces.
Fucking Jimmy.